Hello, this is Chris Safarova. Welcome to another episode of the Strategy Skills Podcast. Before we start today's interview, I have a free download for you. If you want to strengthen your strategy skills, get the overall approach used in well-managed strategy studies, free download, go to firmsconsulting.com/overall approach. It is firmsconsulting.com/overall approach. And today we have with us Emily Field. Emily is a partner in McKinsey Seattle office. She helps organizations with distributed workforces deliver on their performance goals with the role of the manager front and center. Emily holds a BA in government from Georgetown University. Welcome, Emily. It's so great to have you with us today.
Chris, it's great to be here.
Emily, so many of our listeners are in consulting. So we have many listeners who are managers, above executives, and so on in large organizations. They never worked in consulting, or maybe they worked in the past, but they currently already outside of consulting. But then for listeners who are in consulting, what do you think makes an outstanding consultant? What are some of the things our listeners who are in consulting and want to build a career in consulting should focus on? What should they focus on developing in terms of skills and so on?
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you two, and they might feel like they might feel surprising to you. One is not really a skill at all, but actually it's around will. It's on attitude, right? Actually saying, am I proactive? Am I hungry? Am I excited, right? To be doing what I'm doing? Do I feel like I'm learning, right? We can all tell the difference between someone who's sort of, leaning back and sort of one hand on the wheel, sort of letting things happen versus someone who's leaning in, hands on the wheel, 10 and 2, and steering the ship, right? They're driving the car. And I think that attitude, that will, that hunger, right? I don't think it's something that you can teach per se, but I always encourage new business analysts and associates who are saying to me, like, what should I do to be successful? Like, keep your awesome attitude, right? Keep your hunger for learning. Keep your keep that drive and willingness because it's so important. And then the second thing I would say is build trust, right? When you're in consulting, by definition, organizations are engaging you to solve a problem that they couldn't solve on their own. What that means is it's the hardest challenge. And when I say couldn't, I don't mean they physically can't do it, right? What I mean is maybe they didn't have the capacity, right? Maybe they needed a very specific capability, but only for a dedicated piece of time. So it didn't make sense for them to build it internally, right? And so building trust, right? You're going to be in the trenches with your clients, working on these really thorny, often fairly ambiguous problems. And we need to be able to really help them be successful, right? I always tell my clients, I measure my success based on your success, right? I also view it as my job to put myself out of a job. That requires trust. It requires a very low self-orientation. And it requires us staying the course and being there for our clients in the great times and in the challenging times.
Such an exceptional answer to this question. And I think it also gives people who have both of those qualities, it gives them confidence that they actually already have everything they need. Yes, there are always going to be things that they will need to learn if they care about clients' best interest and they actually have this attitude of wanting to do great work. They already have everything they need, and other things they will pick up along the way.
Exactly. So, I always like to think of it as do something that makes you feel like I get to do this, not I have to do this. And let's be clear, work is work, right? So every day is not going to be rainbows and butterflies, right? I remember when I was a brand new business analyst and I was coming home absolutely exhausted. And my twin sister said to me, you didn't get paid to do this, it's work. And I'd actually forgotten that, which sounds really crazy. And also, let's be clear, exceptionally privileged. But I'd forgotten it because I was so invested in the work I was doing. I cared so much about it that I wasn't thinking about the fact that I literally did need to get paid. I need to make rent. I needed to pay my student loans. Like I needed it, but I forgot about that because I liked it so much. And again, that's not going to be true every single day. We don't call work fun. We call it work, but finding the things that you love to do, the things that give you energy, not drain your energy. That's the magic, right? And that's why I feel so fortunate every day to get to do what I do.
And this is the key for our listeners to pay attention to what actually gives you energy. If you're not sure if the role you currently have is a good role for you, pay attention to what gives you energy, what gave you energy in the past. It will give you all the information you need to make the next right move. Thanks everyone again for tuning in. Our guest today again has been Emily Field. Check out Emily's new book, Power to the Middle. And if you want to strengthen your strategy skills, get the overall approach used in well-managed strategy studies. Free download, go to firmsconsulting.com/overall approach. It is firmsconsulting.com/overall approach. Take care, and I look forward to connect with you all next time.